Hello everybody, and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Leaf. Welcome, Amiibo! Our animals have not been sending me many letters lately, but that is fine. They do not need to. Today, I don't know overly what we're going to do. Well, we're going to deal with Crazy Red. That's something we're going to do. So, if I'd seen him in the intro bit, I would have already had his page open, but it does not take me all that long to get it open. It's already open. That needs to be cylindrical, I'm pretty sure. So I'm pretty sure the statue there is already not correct. But I don't remember. Pretty sure it needs to be cylindrical, though. Yeah, it needs to be cylindrical. How about this man? Okay, that's real, but I'm pretty sure we already have that one. Her hands are wrong. And she's looking the wrong way. So, this is the only genuine one. I may as well get it anyway. Yeah, we already have the basic painting, I'm pretty sure. But, it's the only genuine one, and I don't really want the other fakes, so... So, okay. This isn't so much going to be a rant about World of Warships exactly. More a rant about the World of Warships player base, and thinking they understand how things really worked, but not. And this is a rant that I will probably be actually doing as like a proper World of Warships video at some point. Just because of how annoying this narrative is. That, oh, anti-aircraft guns were like this amazing deterrent, and because the Allies spent a lot of money on them, that means they were effective. They had to be effective. That doesn't mean shit. Just because the UK and the US spent a lot of money on something doesn't mean it was effective. They spent a lot of money building a lot of really bad vehicles, be it planes, tanks, boats. Warm early summer-like weather should continue. If this pattern keeps up, the rainy season will start at the end of June. Ooh. And this is... okay, that's just... everything will be half price. Okay. And, like, to attempt... this will be an attempt to illustrate this point. I'm going to be basically listing off some publicly available figures that used to be on a classified, now declassified document from the US Defense Force on the effectiveness of anti-aircraft guns. Because, see, in World of Warships, people often complain that their singular ships are not able to defend them from an entire squadron of attacking aircraft. Simply put, that would have never happened in real life, either. Like, a ship that does not have an escort, even if that ship is part of the escort, it still is being escorted by everything else. Hello, Gabby. Hey, I heard the others are calling you by some new nickname. They're calling you Cleats, right? Can I use it too? Alright. Sounds good to me. Yippee! You'll be Cleats to me from now on. Alright. Like, a single ship, on its own, is helpless against aircraft. A single ship with a small escort is basically helpless against aircraft. There's a reason aircraft carriers became the way of waging war at sea. And it's because aircraft are just that effective. And that difficult to shoot down. I just don't want to lose my ramble so far. But, like, the basic argument is that, oh, well, you know, the 127/5-inch VT shells, which are proximity fuse. Basically meaning, once their fuse arms, once they're in the proximity of something magnetic, well, something that they can magnetically adhere to, because they're firing, their fuse is triggered by a magnet. You know, their explodey fuse is triggered by a magnet. They basically go boom. Well, see, here's the thing. You know, the Americans did build a lot of those. The British made a lot of them too. They invested very heavily into VT shells. Based on the US's own findings, the 5-inch VT shell, over the course of the war, for the, which task force was this one? It's on this page, but I'm not at the right spot. Hold on. I am not seeing the name of this task force. Well, this is, no, this was their light carrier task force. Yeah, this is one of their light carrier task forces. I apologize for just standing there while I was doing that. I was trying to find the actual name of this task force, but it's basically the most well-known, as in if you were to Google anti-aircraft action summary, it would probably be the top result to show up. But this task force, over the course of the war, it was a task force that existed basically from the beginning and went right till the end. Throughout the entire war, they fired 117,915 VT shells. They scored 346.5 confirmed kills. How you get 0.5 of a kill, I'm sure some of you are asking. Basically, it's a hit that should have taken the plane down, but they couldn't fully confirm the hit took the plane down. Oh, Pookie, howdy, sister. So what's up? Wanna chat? Oh, hey. So I actually have to ask you something. Can you take a present to Lobo for me? I got it for him as a congratulations for some good news, but I'd be too embarrassed to deliver it myself. So yeah, will you deliver it for me? Sure, that's a bit sus, but... Alright. There's not too much of a hurry on this. Sometime today will be fine. Alright. This fish isn't making any noise at me, so it's not a frog. Wonder what it is. It's a killifish. Maybe I could put it in a chili dish. Fuchsia's not happy for my catch. She's probably just standing there like, what are you doing? Take the thing to Lobo already. Bork. I see you're surviving, Foxwood. Talk to me. Delivery. Delivery for me? Yeah, delivery for you. There you go. Huh? You sure really sent me something. Wonder why. Wonder what this is. I'm a way to find out. Let's open it up. Some diner tile. Hey, it's not bad at all. Thanks for taking the time to make sure that got delivered. Take this as a token of my thanks. It's a shirt. It's a picnic tee. If you don't like my gift, just act like I give you pajamas instead. Maybe I'll try it on. You know, I don't mind that. I've worn shirts like this before. So, you know. Sun's pretty high now. Even I'm not sleepy anymore. So anyway, do you need something? I handed it over. Ah, thanks. So, what'd they think? Let me tell you. Oh, well, I guess I was right to pick something safe. I'm glad I did, sister. But yeah, in comparison, like, with people tend to go bonkers for, oh, they put so much time and money into the 127 mil VT shell. The 3-inch, or I believe that would be 76 millimeter anti-aircraft gun. Well, I should mention, like, it gave an average rounds per bird, which, based on the kills for the VT shell, rounds per bird is how many shells it takes you to, on average, down a single aircraft. For the VT shell, its rounds per bird was 340. The 3-inch gun fired 29,614 rounds, downed 87.5 aircraft. Its rounds per bird was 338. If I will someday put the effort into finding some British documentation, because the British actually invested pretty heavily into the 3-inch gun. It was kind of better. So you have a killifish. Oh. Sure, Kurlos. I mean, sure. I really wanted this fish, but I'll just have to get into another one. I mean, it shouldn't be terribly hard. I just need to, like, farm the ponds. I just need to remember that I still need to donate a killifish. Same as I still need to donate a scallop. Because every time I get a scallop, I only ever get one. And Pascal always shows up like, hey man, got any of them scallops? So, you know. But, like, there's a reason why the British focused so heavily on the 76mm AA gun. It's that it's basically more effective than the 127mm guns. And even when it came to larger calibers, the British, who had much more success when it came to actually shooting down air targets, favored a 113mm gun, not a 127. Man, I am not seeing these other fossils. So I still got 2 to find, right? Yeah. But, like, the common myth thrown around by a lot of warships players that don't understand how anti-aircraft works is that, you know, if anti-aircraft wasn't effective, then all these navies wouldn't have been focusing so much into it and all that. It's like, yeah, except they were focusing into it because not having it would have been stupid. And it did do a job. The job was deterrence. The job of anti-aircraft guns wasn't so much to shoot down enemy planes. That was a nice bonus when it happened. Don't get me wrong, you're not going to complain about shooting the enemy down. Bella! Hey, punk, how's your afternoon? Want to talk about... Let's talk. Feeling a little lonely. I want someone to come over to my place and hang out. How about you? Yeah, right now. Now? Okay. Neat, then let's get going. I'll follow you to my house. It's been a while since we were in Bella's house. Here we are. Just unlock the door for you. The very center of her room is so empty. Lots of room for rocking out in here, though. Maybe you'll pick up a pointer or two for your own place. Maybe I will. I'm playing music, I'm very bad at it. I can't practice dancing without any music, right? That's why I have to listen to KK Metal. Yeah, that'd be for practicing headbanging. Which I suppose is kind of a form of dancing. What was this again? Oh, right, it's a butterfly. It's like, what is that again? I can't tell. You think my place is cool, right? Should totally be in a style magazine. It should be. Gotta brag about that bookshelf. See, people think I only read fashion magazines. But I read everything I can get my hands on. I'm gonna be the world's smartest supermodel. That is fair. The bookshelf does kind of fit. Oh, what do you think of my cute little tiger butterfly? I got it for you. But you never guessed I'd keep bugs in my house, huh? You literally asked me to get that for you. So, like, I knew you'd have it. Just floor there, it's a little sticky. Dropped some lime sherbet the other day. I mean, I could tell some parts of your floor are pretty, grungy, but that's just how it works. Drop some fried ice cream. Dropping a lot of ice cream, or ice cream related things. Some banana bread. Just dropping all kinds of food on the floor. Some blueberry pie. Okay, Bella, you are dropping all of your food. That's kind of concerning. Is she just gonna... Okay, I was about to say, is she just gonna keep going on about the things she's dropped? I kind of like her house, though. It's pretty nice. But I also don't want to overstay my welcome. You think of my furniture, I bet there's something you really love, right? There is, but it's yours. Maybe you can take some of mine home. Nah, it's your stuff. Yeah, I'm taking off. I think it's great. What? Oh, don't worry about hurting my feelings. I hope you're being brutally honest. Over again sometime. I love your room. It's very you, Bella. Okay. I was just quickly making sure that a notification I had wasn't anything major. Man, where are these fossils? Wait, maybe by Rooney's house. Maybe Rooney's home. We haven't seen the inside of his house since the day he moved in. He is not home. Rooney! I want to see your house before you mess it up. Yeah, like it's so common with World of Warships to see people complaining that, like, their Atlantas aren't complete no-fly zones. It's like, well, Atlanta wasn't. That's the thing. Okay, Fuchsia wishes for something. Hey, you! You got your own tan dogtooth tea. It's interesting. Put in an order for the same type of item, but when I got it, it turned out to be a fake. I know. How about you sell me yours? Sure. Yeah, that sounds good. Yep, let's do this. Heh, it's a dream come true. Thanks, Pookie. Sorry for being so pushy. It's no problem. Okay. Yeah, what I was talking about. But like the Atlanta. It's an American anti-aircraft cruiser. Okay, well here's a fossil. It had a good number of 127 mil guns. Like, I can't deny that. No one can deny it. It had a good number of them. That's all it had, really. It had a few, like, 20 mils and 12 mil guns, but, like, those aren't really all that effective. A lot of aircraft have already dropped their ordnance at that point, unless it's, like, a dive bomber or a kamikaze attack. So, yeah, this is a tadpole. It's a tadpole. I don't even know what that joke would mean. Making the Atlanta really not worth the material cost it took to make. Because there's a fun other ship that the Americans were building at roughly the exact same time called the Cleveland. Now, the Cleveland class light cruiser had basically the same number of 127 mil guns. But it had also a lot of 40 mil guns to back that up. It wasn't just, you know, really short-range guns and really long-range guns. It had a mixture. It could keep the volley of fire going. Because that's kind of the thing of, like... Okay. It's kind of the thing of, if the aircraft can find a window in your AA defenses, you're done for. Look at Yamato. Yamato was a big, scary battleship. But Yamato had a pretty major weakness in her AA defenses that basically left her unable to fight back against aircraft within her roughly mid-range. Like, mid-range for typical AA guns, because she just didn't have any. She had no mid-range AA guns. Meaning the Americans could simply fly around in her mid-range and basically attack from then any angle, and there was really not much that she could do about it. Because what the Japanese had figured they would do, and didn't actually manage to do... Let's go throw this in here and see if a fish comes out. Was that they would cover ships like Yamato using their Akazuki AA destroyers. That didn't come to pass, though. They didn't have enough of them. What you like better, spaghetti or good old-fashioned mac and cheese? But spaghetti is kind of mac and cheese if you add cheese to it. So it's macaroni, and you add cheese to it, and it becomes mac and cheese. So I'll say spaghetti. Spaghetti, right on. Give me some of those hot noodles right now, and I'll be a happy wolf. Ate spaghetti right out of the pot with a little Parmesan, fresh olives, and some zesty tomato sauce. Man, now I'm hungry. I need to reset the spawns and stuff. I really want to get a freaking killifish. I shouldn't have given it to Kurlos, but I didn't want to tell him no, because, like, it's Kurlos, man. It'd be really helpful if one of our animals right here was, like, home. So I could just pop into their homes to reset the spawns. That way I didn't have to cross the river to reset the spawn of that one lake. Little pond. Kind of the same thing. A lake is just a really big pond. Okay, fishy, time to turn around. Yep. Yep, no, not that way. Another tadpole. All I'm getting is tadpoles. I will let it go, like the song says to do. Okay, I might just try to get a killifish on another day. But I do need some coffee. Oh, there's the final fossil. Crap. Crap. Well, I'm definitely keeping this shirt, so... Wrong way. But yeah, to go back to the Atlanta class, to attempt to salvage the Atlanta, because they had invested a lot of resources into building this light cruiser. Ooh, hello, Rory. Hey, Steven. Pumped about shopping today. Good man. They basically upgraded it into what was then called the Oakland class, because the Oakland was the first to receive these upgrades, where they basically removed 2 of the dual 127 mil turrets and put a bunch of 40 mil AA guns on it, which made it significantly more effective as an AA ship, but still not as effective as the Cleveland, which was an issue given they took roughly the same amount of resources to make, only the Cleveland was more effective against other ships. So the Cleveland was basically more effective overall. Which, as you might imagine, meant that the Cleveland was built more than the Atlanta class was, or even the Oakland class. Because even the Oakland was still not good enough. They were decent additions, but, like, they just weren't good enough. Oh, Rasher was up there too. Like, Brain, why are you blanking on me? Because my brain wants to yawn, that's why. Ooh. I missed. Come on, you. Yes! I got it! Got a pond skater! Why aren't they called pond skiers? I don't know. Yeah, let's swap it out for one of these tadpoles. I don't need tadpoles. Oh, I can't. I'm standing right by the... There we go. Let's get our coffee. Like that... Like, I know that thought annoys World of Warships players. Because they, you know, for whatever reason, want the game to be unrealistic, but only in the ways they want it unrealistic. While also, you know, fudging the numbers a bit to try to make an argument for how their battleships should be pinpoint accurate. Like, it honestly gets a bit sad, if I'm honest. Like, you'll get battleship mains, like, complaining and talking like, oh man, you know, the RNG is just so bad, like... Hello, Captain. Aye, be that me lad, Stephen. Do you come here often? Hehehe. Do this be your usual bean hunt? I mean, yeah. But, like, they'll get talking like, oh man, the RNG is so bad, even though, like, they'll still be hitting roughly 30% of their shells at further ranges than, in reality, ships even hit a singular shell most of the time. Like, Guys, you're hitting perfectly fine. But because they're not hitting 100% of their shells exactly where they want to hit them at any range, that's, you know, it's just RNG's bad, and it's so unfair to them that they have to deal with this, and it's like, my guy. I will take home the golden dresser. And then meanwhile, it'll be like, oh man, it's so unfair that the aircraft carriers can attack me more than once. It's like, well, yeah, ideally that aircraft carrier would only be attacking you once, because their attack wing would be their entire, you know, group of aircraft, not, you know, 2 of the 10 or something like that. You know? But they don't tend to pay attention to that part. Because that part doesn't, you know... That part just doesn't seem to click with them. Of that, like, oh man, if this was reality, I'd be being attacked by a huge amount more aircraft than I am. Which also, in a way, would impact the effectiveness of your anti-aircraft guns. Because the lower the number of aircraft, the more likely you are to, oh, it's probably just a flock of birds. And not pay as much attention to those blips on the radar that were there for a moment than you should have. Hello, Rasher. Yo, Steven. Confession time. Came because I was missing Sapphire. Isn't that just like me? Then move back in, my man. We got room for you. Let's go get talking to Nook and move back in. How long have I been recording? I don't even have OBS up to see. 30 minutes. Okay. 30 minutes of tired ramblings about anti-aircraft guns. The funny thing is, I'm not even a massive, like, World War II nerd. I'm not one of those people. I just really like World of Warships, so I look up things relating to World of Warships. And funny stories. Yeah, It gets very annoying, and like it's the players that have these misconceptions that are the loudest, and wargaming listens to them for some reason. And I mean, like, I don't want World of Warships to be completely 100% realistic. That would get very boring. Everyone would be playing aircraft carriers. Hey, lucky you, cowboy. I'm feeling well. That. Okay, he's giving me a shirt. A camel shirt, just for me. It's nothing much, but don't forget a whole lot of nothing adds up to a ton of... wait. I think I did my math wrong. Anyway, enjoy the gift. I mean, you probably did your math wrong, Carlos. Math doesn't seem like your strong suit, but that's fine, my man. Okay, I do still have some things to do on Main Street that I just remembered. I need to go talk with Nook so we can get our price for our expansion. I also need to come into here and, 1, put away the gold dresser. And 2, I need to move things around in Marshy's room. because we expanded her room, so. I'll probably get her help on actual placement of a lot of this stuff, and more furniture, probably. Probably later, but for now, I'll just push things kind of to a place that makes sense. You know, I should just be using this. I keep forgetting this is even a thing. Oh, it didn't expand down any. Okay. Let's... I forget how to... I don't remember how to spin things. I'll just manually rotate it. I'll put that up there, and I'll manually rotate... I'll put it there, put that... Yeah. Yeah, I'm here, Jeremiah. Give me a second. I'm coming. Yeah, I'm here. What's up, my man? Woohoo, here I am. Yeah, you are. Hi. Hope you don't mind me popping in like this. Just getting tired of walking, and I realized I was right in front of your house. Thought I should at least say hello, Squeak. I mean, that's fair. I, didn't interrupt your nap, did I? If I did, please forgive me, Cleats. This is so sweet. Sense of style. Oh, right. This is what I've been obsessed with lately. Here, it's a lychee. Okay, we already have a lychee tree. That is fine. I, didn't interrupt your nap, did I? No, you just interrupted a bit of a redecorating. And real friends like us can show up at each other's houses like it's no big deal. No, you didn't. You interrupted the Pikmin's nap. It's daily calisthenic time. Ah, now you'll be heading home, now that I mentioned that. Okay. He doesn't want to do calisthenics. Okay, where do I have space? There I have space. I should see if I have enough gold to do another thing at, Oh yeah, I have enough gold. Okay. I have enough for 2 more things. So let's go set up another thing at, retail, and then head up to Main Street to get our confirmation of our home loan. But, like, it is just very funny to me of just how people are with warships, of, like, we want realism, but only when it benefits us, you know? It's like, well, it's not exactly how that works. Like, if you want realism, you got, you know, you can't pick and choose, at least you shouldn't pick and choose, unless you're picking and choosing for actually good reasons. Like, using the example of, like, battleship accuracy. If it was completely realistic, battleships probably would be pretty ineffective. Because, let's be real, battleships were decently ineffective at shooting at each other. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. You've got really big guns, and the shells like to drift around and spread, and, you know, they don't go pinpoint accurately to where you've aimed them. You also probably didn't aim them right on your first salvo, or maybe even your second, because, you know, it's just how it works, and, you know, sometimes maybe after firing your 3rd or 4th salvo, you've knocked your fire control around so much that it's no longer on target anymore. You know, stuff like that. Welcome, my goodness. It's Steven, so good to see you. Edition is finished, Home is much more homier. So, it's time for business numbers. Yes, trifling cost of your edition comes to 500,000 bells. Pocket change, really? Can't accept our money here. We need to make our payments at the ABD. You're very welcome, Nook. Haven't even started paying you off yet, but basically got to, so, you know. But, like, yeah. One thing that I know that, like, if people were to cry for realism on, a large chunk of the World of Warships player base would probably start to try to riot. Even though, you know, these same people would be calling for the quote-unquote realism of their destroyer being able to defend itself completely from an air attack, like their Akazuki anti-air destroyer being able to protect itself from an entire squadron of aircraft, would equally complain if the carrier players were to go, alright then, but you don't get to carry a reload of your torpedoes. Unless you're playing the Japanese, and then you only get one. Because that's how it worked. Ships didn't tend to carry a reload of their torpedoes. They fired them, and then they were out. Because torpedoes tend to be really big, and like to explode. But yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling here. Thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I shall see you back here tomorrow for more Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome Amiibo. See you all then!